Hi Taurus, this is your reading for December 2022. I'm going to touch on what you need to know and be aware of for the rest of the month. Okay, so when the new year comes, I'm going to change up how I do the readings, and you'll get a different style, and there'll be a different way that the cards will be read. Okay, all right, so let's see. What does Taurus need to know and be aware of for the rest of December 2022? Okay, the same cards that I had from before. All right, so you have the Five of Sword energies underneath. Okay, I'm getting this idea of a deceptive air sign. So I don't know if you were dating the air sign. The air sign could be someone, they could have been someone that you were working with, someone in whatever environment that you frequent. All right, so something may have been deceptive about the individual. So we're dealing with Aquarians, Libras, and Geminis. Okay, I'm picking up something about a tax paper as well too. Something related to taxes. Okay. And typically when we deal with taxes, we deal with work. Mainly, if you have property, then that could be another scenario. Just to make sure that I'm also getting this idea of some type of calculation. So just make sure that your stuff is calculated accurately if the air sign is responsible for making those calculations. All right. If it's not an air sign, it's Five of Swords could just be the energy of finding out that something could potentially be miscalculated somewhere. So if that could be related to work, tax, could be property related. It's definitely financial is why the Five of Swords energy is here. Okay, so just pay attention to calculations, whether that be like receipts or donations, whatever it is that you do that you make money. Okay, the starting point has the Ace of Swords. All right, so the Ace of Swords will mean, I'm feeling the Ace of Swords is kind of giving me an idea of researching what someone did. It's an ace, which will mean that it's an ace, which means that it's giving me an idea that this could have been something that you may have thought that you wouldn't have to do. But I'm getting the idea of a corporation too. So the ace is coming through because of something that a corporation did, or I get planned to do. It's something that a corporation plans to do, or a person. So be aware of that. It could be related to calculations. Like I said from before, some type of financial calculation could be related to taxes. All right, so just pay attention to that. I'm also getting this feeling of logging in and out. Like if you work somewhere where you need to log in to, if you like you're clocking in or you're logging in to do things, be wary of that. I'm also getting this idea of a camera as well. Like there could be a camera. I don't know what kind of setting you work in, but there could be a camera somewhere. Like I don't know, in your office, if you have an office, or where you do go for work, there is a camera, and you may be unaware. That's why the Five of Swords energy is there. You may be unaware that a camera's there. I don't know, but the reason why the spirit is kind of giving me the idea is I don't know if it's either you're doing something related, you could be embodying Five of Swords and you could be doing something interesting with calculations, I don't know, or someone else, like if it's a workplace environment and it's air sign element, maybe the air sign element is doing something shadily in a workplace environment that you either like you may want to pay attention to on camera for some reason. Something about that is important to say. Okay. All right. What you're waiting on is a Princess of Wands, or someone that's embodying Princess of Wand energy. Someone who is passionate about their work. It could be sexual as well with this person, whether you're a man or a woman. Like sexual in the sense where not necessarily attracted. I mean, yes, they could be attractive person, but like sexual in the sense where like creative energy that this individual that you could be dealing with, they exude. Like they have like sexual energy, like creative energy that's attached to them. They're in the waiting position, right? I'm looking at this individual, like they may know what happens behind the scenes somewhere. Like if it's corporation related, they may work in the same environment that you do. Or if this is a lover, then maybe something's going on with a lover. Five of Swords with an ace. Something could be going on with a lover and money. Or I get secretive movement when I said a lover. So there's secretive movement. Whatever your sexuality is, like the Princess of Wands is showing up. The Princess of Wands is showing up like a lover, whether they're man or woman. But something is secretive about their movement with the ace and their energy. Something is secretive about their movement. So the camera idea, it could be a camera in your home. I also get some type of car setting. It can be camera in home, camera in car, camera in workplace, camera in front of an apartment building. I don't know. Cameras. And that's really important. Because even if I look at the ace, that looks like a camera hole. Like an eye, like a camera hole. But this could also be intuition because the card is purple. So you could be using your intuition about this individual, whether it's a co-worker or someone that you work with or you live with, or something's going on with this person. And secretive movement and cameras and something going on with a computer screen and logging in, logging out, whatever the environment is. Something like that. The present has the devil sign of Capricorn. If it's not only Capricorn, then it's some type of it could be toxic stuff going on with you and this individual, or it's if it's not toxic, it could be like the devil could mean bad toxic or positive. Could be like addictions typically is why this energy is here. So the addictive energy could be related to their secretive movement, that either you're watchful or you may be feeling like you need to be watchful of them, or they are like that with you. And if the devil energy isn't only like addictive behavior, then the devil energy the devil could just be the sign of Capricorn that's in the present. Right? I'm also getting like if this person isn't related to you, then they're like a dating option. If they're not family or they're not someone that's old, then they're like a dating option. Or the Princess of Wands energy could be a dating option, right? But I'm getting this feeling though, like out the door when I said that too. So, like I said, if they were once someone that you were interested in, like they're going out the door. Like that could be literally or figuratively, this individual's going out the door for some reason, and you may turn to a Capricorn. Or, if it's not only Capricorn, like I said, it's some type of, something obsessive, that like obsessive behavior that you have towards this person or they have towards you, right? But I'm getting this idea of insurance too when I said that. So the obsessiveness could be related to somebody's insurance. So it could be like, I don't know if it's their insurance or yours or this individual's insurance, something related to insurance. Okay. The future is the Prince of Disc, which could be you or another earth sign. The instincts has the moon sign of Pisces and intuition. So there could be a Pisces involved. So far we have a Princess of Wands, fire sign, female, could be male. You have the Prince of Discs, earth sign, male, female. And then you have Pisces so far here, okay? So the moon and the instinct could mean that you could be using your intuition about something that is taking place, or this individual may have been using their intuition, or the fire sign energy could have. Right? In some type of setting. It could be, it feels like a work environment where like maybe something shady took place in a work environment that you didn't see, or like this individual didn't see. With the Princess of Wands. Right? That's one situation. Then I'm kind of getting the idea of like there's a relationship that you could be in with someone that something is interesting about the person, or like you could have, you met them yet, or you're going to meet them, like they're in the waiting position, which kind of gives me the idea that they could be someone new, but something is going on with them that's interesting. Like, I'm getting this idea of like sex addict behavior too with this individual. So you may be interested in someone that may have like a sex addict kind of like behavior. I don't know if you do, but you could be dealing with someone that does, or you're going to find out that someone does. And the way you're going to find out is either through some type of camera. Could be through a camera or research, some type of research with the ace. Some type of research or a camera. So that could be coming from the air sign, or that could be coming from this individual. That's why the moon is in the instincts. But if it's not sexually driven, then it has to do with some other type of secretive behavior that someone is exhibiting that does involve some type of money that you have or you're supposed to be given, or somebody else is supposed to be given, something like that. I don't know, it sounds really convoluted. All right, the Nine of Fortitude is in the accomplishment. So the Nine of Fortitude can mean something that you could have done. This has purple in it too. Something that you were driven, something that your intuition, that's why all the purple is here, something that your intuition drove you to do, you did, or someone else did. They're defending, or you're defending. You're defending, or somebody else is defending. It's fire energy as well. So it could be related to a Princess of Wands. Something that they did or they're going to do. I keep getting sneaky. I keep getting like sneaky movement, watchful, computer, I don't know, or they're somewhere and they're just something sneaky about the person. Okay, but the Nine of Wands is in the accomplishment, because it's like if you're defending your placement in a situation, then it's an accomplishment, which means that you'll succeed with you'll succeed in the reason why you need to explain to someone why you need camera somewhere. Or I also get dating. Something about either why you are breaking it off with. That's why I said this individual was out the door. Why you're breaking it off with someone. Or what's the other scenario? Why you're breaking it off with someone, or why you are with somebody, or why you did something to someone. I don't know. Interesting. Alright, so the Death card is here in the spiritual self next to the Princess of Wands. So the Death could be Scorpio, right? So the signs that I see here so far, you have fire sign, female or male. You have a Scorpio. You have a Pisces. Something could be going on with a Pisces in the instincts. I need a perspective too, like with a Pisces element. So something could be going on with a Pisces perspective about something. I don't know whatever that means. Their perspective, a Pisces perspective, may have something to do with a decision that you make, that you're going to make, or you made about a Princess of Wands. But I also feel like you don't know what this individual is doing either. Or the Devil energy in the present is that I didn't see. If there's a Capricorn in the mix, they didn't see something take place. You didn't? Somebody didn't see something take place. I don't know, whatever that means. It could be, I get this idea of installing. So something that was installed somewhere. It could be like a camera could have been installed somewhere, in a workplace, in a home, in whatever the setting is. Some type of something being installed. Could be something got installed on a computer with the moon in the instincts. Or they could have the Death card next to them. They could be actively trying to install something. I don't know what it is. It's something that's really interesting. I mean, you have like you have 1, 2, 3 major arcana energies here, which will mean that some type of movement that either took place already or is going to, it may be shocking to you to hear about, or you're involved in it and it's shocking to someone else. I don't know. But it has something to do with installing. It could be installing cameras. It could be installing installing something in a home. It could be installing what do you call it, installing something onto a computer that you did, or this individual did, or they're trying to do. I don't know, something's going on there that's interesting. But the Five of Swords is either, because if the Five of Swords is that you may know of that, you may know of that and you're not really saying anything about it. I don't know, something's interesting about that. But it may involve a Capricorn, could involve a Scorpio. But I keep getting money too. So when I touch this energy, it has to do with money. It has to do with money. Whatever it is that someone is doing. Installment could be related to some type of financial installment, if that makes any sense. But it's Death card energy, because it wasn't supposed to be done, or I get shadily. Something was shadily done somewhere to someone, or you're on the outside looking in, whatever scenario. And if you're on the outside looking in, then you need to defend what it is that you know, or it has something to do with the Princess of Wands and something that they did and that they're not saying. But it involves money. So whatever it is, it involves money. Some type of installment. So, or just watching what somebody did with money. I don't know. Something like that. The Wheel of Fortune is in the mentality. So the moon with the Wheel of Fortune, typically the wheel has to do with cyclical things continuing, things stopping. It's right with the moon, which means that with the Wheel of Fortune and the moon would be like maybe something that the moon is typically something that needs to be seen. So you may have cut off your own intuitive senses to not pay attention to something that you knew was happening. I don't know. Or someone else did. It could be a Pisces. Pisces could have been aware of something and they didn't say anything. And whatever the setting is, whatever the setting is. Whatever the setting is that took place. You know what's coming to mind too? I'm kind of getting this idea of somebody. I am getting computers too. Somebody could have installed something onto a computer, but someone was distasteful about it. Could have happened in a workplace or in a home environment, whatever the setting is. It happened wherever it happened, but it has something to do with something being installed, and maybe something about that somebody saw, pertaining to you or somebody else, something like that. But someone isn't saying that that's what caused like a breakup, or that's what caused this person to leave, or you're not telling someone that, whether it's Capricorn, but the involved people, you have Scorpio, you have Capricorn, you have fire sign that is here, Pisces. It's an interesting scenario that's happening. The Seven of Cups is changing. So the Seven of Cups would mean, if it's a Pisces, you no longer need to figure out what to do with them. If it's not, if it's related to, or it's options, you don't have to search for options anymore. But you don't have to seek out multiple options for something anymore. You don't need to do that anymore. Maybe you found, it could be a job, it could be maybe something happened interesting in a job and you left, or something interesting happened with them in a job and, Seven of Cups energy. Or it could be family. It could be related to family, something going on in a family environment, something secretive that a family member did to you, or you heard of it. I don't know, something like that. Seven of Cups energy is changing. Could be dating options. Cups represent love relationships. Maybe you don't feel like you need to look. If this person, like I said, if this individual was out the door because of something that they did, or you heard that they did, then if they're out the door, then they're no longer, you don't need to deal with them anymore, or you don't need options anymore, and you once dealt with them. Right? The resolution has justice. It's a Libra. So a Libra could have been, that's what a 5 of Swords could be coming from, a Libra, Gemini, whatever air sign. Justice is in the resolution. I'm getting this idea of find as well. So you may be feeling, if it's a Libra, you may be thinking that a Libra will get fined. Or I don't know if you feel like you were going to get fined by something. Something's going on with being fined, like getting some type of fine for something. Or justice typically has to do with court matters as well. It could be like something court related that you feel like you need to. It could be something court related that you feel like someone else should deal with. Like if it's Capricorn, you have the Princess of Wands, yourself, Scorpio. It could be something court related that someone may need to seek justice for. So it could be like you may be thinking that you need to do that or someone else does. And the Prince of Discs is in the future. So that could be an earth sign man or woman that I get like somebody that may need to stand up. Like if it's you need to do that, or if it's another earth sign that they need to do that. With the justice in the resolution. Wheel of Fortune with the moon. Right? So if something happened, something illegal also could have taken place in an environment, and someone needs to say something about that, or I also get this idea of setting that up somewhere too, like something illegal took place somewhere, but someone kind of set up something like that to happen, which is interesting. It could have something to do with you, could have something to do with a Capricorn, a Princess of Wands, Scorpio, Pisces. There's a few involved people here, and an air sign I feel like is like kind of it's like the catalyst of the situation. Okay, all right, let's do an outcome on this. So what it feels like for me, there's a few different scenarios happening here. One is a relationship where something is interesting about someone that you're dealing with, and they need to be out. I don't know, it could be vice versa, and you're like, I'm done, because they could have done something really interesting, Death card right next to them, that you didn't know. Intuition with the Wheel of Fortune is that you could be finding that out. It could be like I also get sex tape related things. Could be sex tape related stuff. Something is going on, something explicit that they had going on. Like, look at the card. They had something going on explicit wise, and they could be someone that was an interest for you. That's one scenario. Another situation is in the workplace. It could happen in the workplace. I don't know, something crazy. Something's going on with a corporation and taxes and money, or that happened to someone else. And something happened with some type of installment, like something on the computer or like a camera, and somebody could have picked up an interesting conversation on a camera in a workplace or in a home, and something happened there. But if something is like, it could be creative related, yes, that's a good thing, but something's also like explicit about something that someone was able to catch on a camera somewhere. So you could be on the outside looking in, and someone that you work with is I'll give you a really random example. Someone that you work with, they could have been looking at something like sexually explicit on a computer at work, and somebody did something about that, or somebody installed something like that onto a computer. But I'm feeling like it could have been to get someone out of a job. That's why I was saying, like, somebody out the door with the Princess of Wands. That's another scenario. It could have been to get someone to leave somewhere. I don't know. So that could be happening to you, and it's like, that's why justice is there. That could be happening to you, or you heard that happened to someone else, and you either need to say something about that, or someone else does. Or I don't know, something like that. There's a few different things happening there. All right, let me do an outcome. Okay, so the Hermit is here with, let me do another outcome. The Hermit is with the Ten of Wands. So the Hermit with the Ten of Wands is that the Hermit kind of gives me an idea that there's like, you could be in a Hermit phase and it may be difficult for you. It's like not talking, basically. It's like the Hermit is like being stoic in a situation when you could be saying something and there's an internal battle that has taken place that you may need to break out of and say something about. So Hermit with the Ten of Wands, it may be difficult. The Hermit is like, being solemn and quiet, and you may need to come out of that is what I'm saying. You may need to come out of that mode pertaining to the situation. You may need to come out of that mode, or someone, it could be a Virgo. Something could be going on with a Virgo too. Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, Princess of Wands, air sign, a Libra. I got a plot when I said Libra. So a Libra could have plotted to do something, or they either did that already or they're trying to do that. I don't know. Something really sketchy is going on with them. Okay, or something is sketchy about the situation, right? So one is related to something related to your money, and something related, or someone else's money, and then something could be going on in a work environment that's strange, or something's going on with like a personal relationship that you have with someone, whether that be a coworker or a love interest, and something is not right about the person. Okay. All right, Taurus. Let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.